The amphitheater fell silent as Dean Krexthal's 6 eyes focused on the newest addition to the Galactic Predator Academy's exchange program. The human stood barely 2 meters tall, lacking the impressive fangs, claws, or venomous appendages that mark true predators. Yet something about the small biped made the assembled faculty of the galaxy's most elite hunting institution uneasy. "This is Dr. Sarah Chen," announced the dean, his serpentine form coiled atop the speaking platform. "She represents Earth in our first human cultural exchange. As you know, humans recently qualified as a Class 7 predator species after their unconventional victory in the Rigel system. Professor Vascatar, a 2-ton saurian whose species had dominated apex predator rankings for millennia, clicked his massive claws dismissively. Class 7? By consuming plant matter and keeping prey animals as companions, the classification committee has grown soft." Dr. Chen smiled, an expression that caused several faculty members to instinctively step back. On most worlds, baring teeth was a clear threat display. "I understand your skepticism," she said, her voice carrying an odd warmth that made the assembled predators' instincts scream contradictory warnings. "Perhaps we could start with a demonstration? I'd love to meet some of your apex specimens." Dean Krexthal's hood flared with approval. "Excellent. Professor Vascatar, please summon the apex arena. We'll begin with something suitable for a beginner." The arena floor opened, revealing a pit containing what the Academy considered a moderate challenge, a void stalker from the Centauri system. The creature stood 3 meters at the shoulder, its obsidian carapace reflecting no light, tentacle-like appendages writhing from its back. It had never been defeated in single combat, having killed 47 sapient beings across 12 worlds. The faculty settled into their observation perches, confident they were about to witness either a swift human death or an embarrassing retreat. Instead, Dr. Chen's eyes lit up with genuine delight. "Oh my God," she whispered, climbing down into the arena without hesitation. "Look at you." The void stalker paused, its predatory instincts confused by prey that approached willingly. Dr. Chen walked straight toward the creature, making soft cooing sounds. "You're just a big sweetie, aren't you?" she said, extending her hand. "Those tentacles are gorgeous, and look at those eyes, such intelligent eyes." The stalker's killing appendages twitched uncertainly. In 3 billion years of evolution, nothing had ever called it sweetie. Professor Thracknell, whose crystalline form trembled with disbelief, activated his translator twice, certain it was malfunctioning. She's treating it like a pet." Dr. Chen had indeed begun scratching behind what might generously be called the creature's ears. The void stalker, apex predator of a dozen worlds, began making a sound no faculty member had ever heard, a deep, rumbling purr. "Oh, you like that, don't you, big guy?" Dr. Chen laughed as the massive creature rolled onto its back, exposing its vulnerable underside. "Such a good boy. Yes, you are." Dean Krexthal's voice cracked as he announced, "Round 2. Release the bone harvester." The second creature emerged, a skeletal horror that had earned its name by collecting the bones of its victims. Its hollow eye sockets burned with ethereal fire, and its razor-sharp bone protrusions had never failed to intimidate even the bravest souls. Dr. Chen gasped with joy. "Oh, you're even cuter. Look at that bone structure, it's like natural armor. And those eye flames are just magnificent." 20 minutes later, she had both creatures sitting attentively while she explained the concept of fetch, using debris from the arena floor. Professor Vascatar's voice came out as a strangled whisper. "This is impossible. These are apex predators. They should have killed her instantly." "Actually," Dr. Chen said, overhearing as she continued to pet the now docile bone harvester, "this makes perfect sense from an evolutionary perspective. On Earth, we domesticated wolves, one of our planet's top predators. We turned some of the fiercest creatures into companions through selective breeding and behavioral conditioning." She gestured to her new friends. These beauties just needed someone to recognize their potential for companionship. Most species see predators as threats to be eliminated. Humans see family members we haven't adopted yet. Dean Krexthal realized he was witnessing something unprecedented. You're saying humans don't just hunt their prey, you recruit it? Oh, we hunt too, Dr. Chen said cheerfully, her innocent tone somehow making the statement more terrifying than any threat roar. But we prefer cooperation. It's more efficient. Why fight something when you can convince it to fight for you instead? The final demonstration came when the Academy's ultimate challenge was released. A nightmare from the void between stars, a creature of pure malevolence that existed only to cause suffering. It materialized in the arena as a writhing mass of shadow and hatred. Dr. Chen took one look at it and her eyes filled with tears. "Oh, you poor baby," she whispered. "You're just scared and lonely, aren't you? No one's ever been nice to you." What happened next would be discussed in Academy halls for generations. The human approached the cosmic horror, began speaking to it in soft, soothing tones, and somehow, impossibly, convinced a manifestation of pure evil to curl up in her lap like a house cat. As the faculty watched in stunned silence, Dr. Chen looked up with that terrifying human smile. "I'd like to propose a new program," she announced. "Instead of training predators to hunt, what if we trained them to protect? Earth's always looking for good guard dogs." Professor Vaskatar fainted. Dean Krexthal realized that perhaps the classification committee hadn't been wrong about humans being Class 7 predators. They had simply misunderstood what made them so dangerous. It wasn't that humans were the fiercest predators in the galaxy. It was that they could make the fiercest. Predators want to be human.